Hey guys and gals, welcome to Dota 2. This is going to be pretty much an introduction to Dota 2 game, if you guys aren't too familiar. So basically this is not for people that have been playing a game or advanced players. This is basically for new guys like myself, guys and gals who haven't tried this game out and kind of interested in the game. So this game started many years back from a mod off of World of Warcraft. Kind of split off into Dota 2, and then it split off into League of Legends, which are pretty similar. The gameplay and some of the style of it's pretty similar, but there's a lot of aspects of it that are pretty different. But I won't go into details with that because there's a lot of controversy and a lot of debate of which game's better. I won't get into that. You definitely, guys, if you want to see stuff about that or the history of Dota 2, definitely go into YouTube. You can definitely find that information. I could put the links down for you, a couple links that are pretty useful for you. But I'm sure you guys can definitely find it on YouTube. Just type in history of Dota 2 or Dota 2 versus League of Legends. You'll find lots of videos on that. So pretty much just going to show you this here. They classify these games as MOBAs, which is multiplayer online battle arenas, which pitch players in this arena style map, and you guys just battle each other and whatnot. So I'll get in details and further along down here about that when we get into the little, when we jump in the map and show you some of the play of that. But right now we're just in the main interface here. This is what pretty much starts up when you load up Steam. You got the daily blogs, you got updates here. You pretty much, the game is free. All the characters are available to you. All 110 characters are available to you, so you don't have to purchase anything at all. So even though there's a store tab here, that's nothing to do with purchasing any of the characters in game. All this stuff is just aesthetic stuff that, say maybe you want to add later to your certain character. You want to add a different style of armor or helmet or something like that, or different type of HUD interface in the game, or a certain announcer soundtrack in there. It's just all aesthetic stuff, so you don't even have to go down this road. You can unlock stuff and you get available items to you when you increase your levels. I'll show you that in a minute here, but you don't have to worry about all that. That's the thing with League of Legends. I heard you have to you only get so many characters, and you have to either level up pretty high to unlock some of them and purchase them. But right now, everything's free, and you get all the characters, you get all their abilities unlocked, so everything's there for you to play right away. All right, let's jump in here. This is the store, like I said, to purchase certain things. This is my armory, and this pretty much shows you. This is all the stuff I pretty much unlocked throughout the game. Every so many levels, they give you this present. And I can't unlock this till I get to level 5, but once I get there I can right click and unlock present, and you get certain items in here. And some of these things I bought, like these couriers, I'll show you that in then probably another episode of how to do all that stuff, but we'll just jump into the basics. Here's your loadout screen. It just shows you certain things. We'll skip all this because that's kind of advanced. I don't want to confuse you guys right now. You get a watch tab here, which the game's pretty tournament based. There's a lot of tournaments going on all the time. There's amateur and professional tournaments, and you can get sponsorship if you have a good team and actually get into some of these leagues here and try to play against other players, and there's big prize pools for it. So it's actually a pretty decent game if you want to get serious and make some money in it. You got live games here you can watch, which is pretty much all the games going on right now with other players. Recent games that are just ended, you can download them if you want. Steam only allows so many recent games on there, so it's best just to download them right away. So we'll skip all that. Library. This just gives you all the information from your heroes. Here's all 110 of them. Your items. I'll show you this in game. And certain builds, I'll show you that. In community, you get like pro teams and whatnot. So let's go to play. Let's jump over here to normal. Basically skip all this. I'll show you this in another episode. We'll just go down to training. And basically you guys should do these training missions. They'll benefit you a lot and show you a lot about the game. So I'll jump in the game here. I'll play this one, middle lane practice. And I'll basically, it'll give you an idea of what the game is all about. You're probably like saying, what is a multiplayer online battle arena if you never heard of it? Kind of reminds me of like, if you guys ever play Battlefields, there are always those standard static maps that you guys play and battle it out. It's kind of an arena type. Alrighty. As it says here, you're limited to heroes, which you can change this later in some of the settings, but for a beginner, keep the limited heroes there, which gives you only about 20 of the same characters out of the 110 to choose from. This is good for beginner players. This will help you get familiarized with all these characters. I would recommend to do the 20 until you get about to level 10. That's probably what I'm going to do. Once I get to level 10 and my my character over here, when it gets to level 10, I'm probably going to load up all 110 characters. But to start out, the best one to get in to have is the sniper if you can get into it. Because most of the time a lot of the players pick him, so it's hard to pick him. And then you got, yeah, you see here each one of these has, all of them have about 4 abilities that you unlock and during a gameplay, and you can use these. I think some of the later ones, when you unlock the 110 guys, I think some of them, a few of them have up to 6 abilities, but most of them are standard 4. And then you also got these little icons up here on the top, which tell you that he's ability, he's agility, he's strength. So we'll back out here really quick, go to the heroes, and they're broken up into 3 sections, like your strength. These are all your brute muscle guys. Agilities are all like your skills, really fast guys with the knives and stuff. And intelligence, they're like your you have like your bow and arrow chick here. Also with the like mages and wizards and stuff. So that's what that's all about. So we're gonna go with the sniper guy. These are pretty basic one. And I already had some loadouts for him. These are stuff when you unlock some of the boxes, you get these items. I had just attached them on there. It's kind of like if you played Team Fortress. It's the same thing. You can add customizable stuff on there. So we'll jump in.
Time for target practice.
So here's the map here. It's pretty much going to be the same map every time. This is there's 2 sides. There's the Radiant. That's these guys on the bottom, the green guys. And the Dyers are up here. The map is pretty much the same. It's almost mirror image.
Full bore.
Alright, let me go back here. I was looking at something really quick. Basically, your base is comprised of the ancients, which if you destroy the enemy's ancient on the other side over here, the game is pretty much over. So these ancients are what you need to protect. And most of these are going to have towers protecting them. And there's towers here, and towers along these lanes. If you see here, these are called lanes, and pretty much every 30 seconds when the game starts, these are called your barracks here. There's 3 sets of them. For right now, only the middle lane is working, so every 30 seconds it's going to spawn in what they call these creeps here, which is like your foot soldiers, and they run out and go down the lanes, and the enemy side does the same thing exactly the same time, and they kind of meet up somewhere in the middle and fight it out. And every 7th creep spawn will spawn a siege weapon, which will help break down some of these towers here. As you can tell, there's towers along the lanes. So you got 2 lanes here, or 3 lanes, excuse me. You got your top lane, which goes up and around this way. You got your middle lane that goes this way, and then your bottom lane that goes that way, or vice versa, depending on what side you're on. So basically, you're just trying to force your creeps to get to the end over here and take down the ancient, or get yourself there and your team to take it out. But along the way, you're going to be fighting other creeps, taking out towers, and fighting other players. So when you start out here, you're going to have a level up. You're going to click on one of your basic abilities to unlock. And then you got this shop here, which is, if you're familiar with RPG games like Neverwinter Nights or any other things like Diablo 3 and those type games, Torchlight, some of these will make sense to you. So these items will give you extra abilities, like some of them will help you run faster, some will give faster mana regen, some of them will use this teleport scroll, help you teleport back to the base. But there's so many items on here, it can get confusing, so they kind of implemented this suggested item list, and I would follow this list here. You can always change this later on or import some later from Steam. We don't have to worry about that right now. I'll just use the standard stuff in here. Yours may be different. I don't know if I use the, excuse me, I don't know if I used one from Steam, but this is, I believe this is the standard one. So basically we all start out with the same amount of money if you choose a character. If you randomize choose the character, you get a little bit more, but we'll get these items up here, what's it suggested. And then another item we're going to buy here is an animal courier, and then we're going to place them on the map. And that's basically an animal. If you're away from the shop and you're out here somewhere and you need to, you can always buy items no matter where you're at. If you're out here somewhere on the map and you buy an item and you want it to put it in your inventory, you'll click on the courier and he'll come deliver it to you. So it's pretty nice. And you can actually upgrade him. He can actually fly. So you can tell there he's going to be a lot faster. So on the map, each side is going to have a store, a shop. That's the dire side, and this is the radiant side. And there's also going to be side shops here. There's one here on this side of the map, and there's one up here on this side of the map. They're going to have limited items. They're not going to have as many items as the main shop. So there's just something out there when you're fighting in the lanes and you got to grab something really quick. They're right there. And there's also these, they call them secret shops. There's one here for the radiant side and one for the dire side. And these you can get special certain equipment, like some of these advanced stuff, it says right there, requires secret shops. So you just go over there, and if you have the money, and just right click on it and put it in your inventory. The only thing with the couriers, they only run back and forth from the main shop here, so they won't go to the side shop. Yeah, there's a lot to this game. Dota 2 is a little bit more not forgiving for beginner players. Beginner players, they tend to want to go to League of Legends because it's a little bit more forgiving for beginning players. It helps them get into the game easier. This one's a little bit hard. It's got a higher learning curve to get into, but it's actually not that bad. When I started playing it and I'm familiar with RPGs, it's pretty interesting. It's not that hard. So there's a siege guy coming out. Alright, we'll come out here, show you some other stuff. Let me grab a teleport scroll here, so if we have to go anywhere really fast, it'd be a lot quicker. And I'll right click a couple of these. And what these do, just help you teleport on the map a lot quicker. So I'll click on that and I'll just click on the map and I should teleport over there. It takes time. Alright, we're on the main battlefield here. And basically you get experience and money from killing either these siege weapons or these other creeps or other players. And basically for you to level up, it's best to get, well, the best way to get experience is actually if you take the last hit on any of these items or creeps or siege weapons or towers. If you take the last hit, that counts as your kill, and you pretty much get the bounty. I guess you call it like a bounty for it. You get the money and experience, and your character, obviously his experience goes up. So in the beginning, it's kind of best to wait till your enemy's energy bar goes down and then just hit the last shot on them, and you get the kill shot on them. But later on in the game, when your weapon gets tougher, you don't have to wait so much. You can just keep shooting on them. But you can also attack and just don't worry about the XP, getting that last kill shot. That way you can force your creeps up or whatnot. It depends on your strategy you want to do. But most beginners will try to get that kill shot off. And every time you level up, you're going to get a point to spend on one of your abilities here. It's pretty easy. And these are usually binded to the key W, E, and R. These won't have any because they're passive, so that means they're active all the time. These you'll have to activate them. Which this is shrapnel. It's a pretty nice little ability with the sniper guy.
Of course. Quick draw.
So yeah, you basically play a hero. I guess you can say they're hired by these armies, the Radiant or the Dire, to help fight the war for them. And that's why you get money for the kill shots and experience and whatnot.
On target. Shrapnel.
And there's the towers. They're pretty tough to take out. Once you get some of these taken out, your creeps will move further along the line there.
Spot on.
And there's special things on the map too here on the up here on the river on the top and the bottom. There's what they call runes, and they'll, if you every so often they'll respawn there. And if you collect those, they give you special abilities. Like this one gives me invisibility. Some are like bounty, which gives me more gold per kill. And these guys here, you're gonna see these little triangles on the map. These are what they call neutral creeps, which they stay in this little area unless you attack them and provoke them out, but they'll most likely go back in there. So let's jump over to this one over here, because they come in many levels.
Into the breach.
This is the easiest. There's like the easy creeps. There's going to be a medium, and then there's going to be hard. And pretty much what these neutral ones are is for you to farm. They're pretty much, they call it farming XP and gold. So you'll sit here and just shoot them until you get enough XP and gold. You're not going to sit here all day and do it, but you're just going to move around. Because sometimes when you're in a lane and there's maybe possibly 2 other players there, and it's hard for you to get XP and gold because they're kind of like dominating the area, and it's hard for you to even take out some of these creeps. The best thing to do is come farm these little areas, and after a while they'll respawn some more of them.
Into the breach.
Usually when there's like 3 of them, that's the medium, and when there's like 2, I think those are the hard ones, or harder to kill. I think these guys right here are the mediums. They might actually be the easy ones, I don't know. Yeah, no, I think those are the hard ones. But you basically get the idea what those guys are for. And then you got these healing tangos, which I bought. You click on that and you hit a tree. It takes the life from the tree and it gives you mana on it. It goes up over time here. So these neutral creeps are actually come in handy a lot with mostly melee, like your tank type heroes, because with range heroes it's easy to actually get XP because you can stay at a distance away from the enemy and the other creeps to pick off points. So the melee guys, they have to get up and close, and sometimes it's hard for them to farm. Oh man, what happened? Oh, she has a special ability where I think it flips you. I'll kill her off right here. So that's why those neutral creeps are there. It helps some of those melee big tank guys to beef up and get a lot of experience. Because your main job in the game is to actually increase your experience and get gold to buy things. Speaking of gold, let's actually shop for something here. Let's use this guy up. I'll buy the shoes and I'll buy this ring. And I bought this ring, but it shows these guys. This is pretty much, let me show you here. If you click on here, if you have these 2 items in your inventory, you can get this ring. You can upgrade to that free. Because all these are upgradable items. So which means, like, say, like these shoes and these iron branch would make something else, but more powerful. It would clear out the 2 spot inventory and give you, would put the other item here, if that makes sense. But that's how it works. And then if you want to bring the curry over, just click this, he'll come over. And if you have this option, you can do this sometimes to bring him over faster. So he's on his way. Bring him in a gear. Yep, and he's here. Yeah, I know they're taking over this lane. Let's see what else. Oh, then there's also this one creature here. Let's go down over here and I'll show you this guy. This guy, he's kind of like the boss. You need like a whole team to defeat him. But when you defeat him, he gives you a lot of gold and a lot of experience. And he also drops this item that if you have it in your inventory, when you get killed, you'll actually respawn. Within like 5 seconds you'll come back to life, so it's pretty nice. What's his name? Roshan, yeah. Because usually when you die you have to respawn way over here, and there's like a timer that goes off, like it'll be like 30 seconds. Some characters come back quick. There's also, when you die, there's a buyback option. You can spend like maybe like 600 gold to buy back, and you'll buy back instantaneously. But there is a downside to that. When you buy back, next time you die, it'll be a longer wait for you to actually come back in the game. So I think that's about it. There's some other items probably should purchase. Let me just jump back over here and sell some of this stuff.
As you say.
Oh, once you destroy your enemy's barracks on their side here, you destroy these on this mid lane, your creeps on your side will upgrade to, like, they call mega creeps. They're going to be a lot stronger. I think they give less experience if you kill them or something like that, but they'll be a lot tougher on this lane, and they'll be able to like be a lot stronger once you take these barracks out. And the same goes for this. If you take these barracks out, this lane right here on the top, it would produce mega creeps. And these guys right here, these observer wards, they're pretty much like your eye on the world here, because you can tell there's a fog of war, and the only place you can really see is from your heroes or your creeps. But if you're like over here and there's enemy moving around here, like you're another character coming around here, and you want to keep an eye on that, you can put one of these up somewhere around, and it's going to keep your eye on the world. And they're pretty much they're cloaked. Nobody can see it unless a character either has the ability to see invisible objects, or they buy this gem of true sight or some other ability or potion that can see invisible things, and they'll be able to see it, and then they can destroy it. But there's a time limit on it, I think, and it goes away. And they have this other one, Sentry Ward. It's pretty similar to that, but this one actually sees invisible enemies, because some of your characters can go invisible for a short period of time or a long period of time, and you don't know where they're at, or some go under the ground, and this will actually spot those invisible characters. So it's kind of good to have those around. Keeps your eye on the arena. I know it's a little weird, but all your characters are going to have mana, even if they're like brute guys. So all your characters are going to have mana in the health bar, and they all have these abilities you unlock.
Of course. Shrapnel.
And you can also spend your level ups on. You click on here; it'll actually increase your stats here. Get tougher if you want to do that, but you kind of want to wait till after all these are full. And you can see once they're maxed out, they go up to 4. Some of these are 3, and you just click on them. And now you got one more to increase it to its max. So it's pretty nice. So I think that's about it. So it's basically like a tower defense game. If you ever play those where there's always every so often there's like an enemy army coming at you, and there's defense towers defending you, but it has a twist to it where you're actually playing in there, and you have more free range to help the attacks. So I think that's about it. Oh, there's day and night cycles. When night comes, your visibility will be affected. It depends on your characters. Some characters might have night vision a little bit better at night, you know, so they'll be able to see the fog of war better.
Sure is shooting.
There's also limitations on the visibility. There's different levels, if you noticed.
Into the breach.
Like characters on top of here have better visibility down there. Then characters on the bottom won't have good visibility up here. So a lot of your different levels will have better advantages than others. So guys up here on the top will definitely have a better view down there than people down here that have better line of sight. So that's something you got to take in factor too.
As you say.
So I think that's about it. It's basically, I know there's a lot in this, but that's like the basics pretty much. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, I'm going to show you another video in the next video set. It's going to be one of my games that I played, and it's gameplay, and you actually get the idea of how it actually works, and it makes a little bit sense. And in the third video, I'll actually show you some better players, a group of guys. I think it was a tournament that I saved, and you'll actually see how the teamwork comes in handy in this game, because it's a teamwork type of game. So I think that's about it. There's a secret shop here. It shows you these items here, but like this one, it says you need the secret shop. You can still purchase it, because I think it's made up by some of these items in there. Yeah. So all you gotta do is right click, it'll make it for you or whatnot. So I think that's about it, guys. Is anything up here? No, but I think that's about most I can talk about here. Yeah, and there's some more of these neutral creeps over here. This is the dire side creeps. So they're gonna have the same thing. It's almost like mirrors, flip side of the map. They're just not gonna have all the green trees over there. They're gonna have, it just looks all like mortar type. It's all burnt down and destroyed and things. So, alrighty, I think that's about it. Alright guys, we'll see you in the next video when I show you actual gameplay, so it makes sense to you. Alright guys, see you then. Bye bye.